Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough, joined today by Mr. Stephen Howson and of course Mr. Andy Tate. We are around the corner from Old Trafford, waiting for the team news for Manchester United's game against Arsenal in the Premier League. We've heard the rumours about Timothy Fosu-Mensah and that he could be in the squad, and that is probably going to be the biggest news today when the team news is revealed. Timothy Fosu-Mensah, obviously a fantastic potential, 18 years old at the club. What do you make of this news if he is in the squad, and is he ready?
Oh, he's absolutely ready. I mean, you've only got to look back at the last week and a half of Full-Time Devils videos that I've done about him. Here we go, got the lineup. Let's find out where he is. It's like the lottery numbers, isn't it? And as it loads, yeah, you've only got to look at the last couple of weeks of he doesn't start. Rashford starts though.
Oh, so the team news is David De Gea,
Got no subs apparently.
that fella Varela, Carrick, Blind, Rojo. So exactly what I said we should do, bring Rojo in at left back. Riley played well when he's been brought in, but we're playing against Arsenal today, so we needed Rojo in. We've gone with the same midfield two of Schneidlin, Herrera, with Mata in the hole, Rashford up top. Did I see Martial and Depay, or
No.
what was that?
It was
Lingard and Memphis. So we've got no Anthony Martial in the first 11. We're waiting to see who's on the bench. We still haven't got that through at the moment. Sorry, our internet's playing havoc with us at the moment. It was all good on Thursday when no one came to Old Trafford, but today you've got nearly 76,000 here, and our net is struggling. So it's De Gea, Varela, Carrick, Blind.
Hang on. Apart from Romero, it's a bench full of academy. It's an academy bench. It's an academy bench. We've got Romero, McNair, Riley, Fosu-Mensah, Weir, Januzaj and Andreas Pereira. That is an incredibly young bench.
I am buzzing by that news. You know why? My two favourite academy players are on the bench. Fosu-Mensah, Andreas Pereira. For me, two players with fantastic talent. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about the team. We've got Arsenal today. It's a first team game. The only youngsters starting, really, is Varela, who's not that young, but he's relatively young coming through the academy. And, of course, Lingard as well. And Rashford, sorry, how could I forget Marcus Rashford? 2 goals against Midgetland on Thursday. How is he going to fare today? Guys, take this while I sort out.
I think what I'm expecting from Marcus Rashford today is Marcus Rashford's probably going to get a lot more space than he got against Midtjylland. Midtjylland sat deep, they compressed it, they made it hard, especially in the first half. They was looking to come and keep a clean sheet, which they almost did. They got quite far into the game before they conceded. What Rashford thrives on is space because he can use his speed. Arsenal are going to play a high line against us today, and I think we're going to see a really good Marcus Rashford because of it. And I think we need to counter-attack them. I think Arsenal are going to come up here with the tails up. They're looking at that squad. That's a weak side. Let's face it. There's no two bones about it. We're looking at no Rooney. We're looking at no Schneidlin. Schweinsteiger. We are looking at no Smalling. So we're looking at a pretty weak Manchester United side. So I think we've got to play on the counter, use Marcus Rashford, play balls in behind for him to chase because he's getting them, mate. He's like a dog. If you throw him over the top, he's on him rapid. So I think we use Marcus Rashford as that immediate outlet, and him and Memphis with their speed today could be the difference in us actually getting something. And do you know what? I don't feel unconfident at the moment. I think the back line's all right. I'm glad Rojo's in there. I'm glad Varela's in there. I am a little bit worried at the speed at the two centre-halves, but that is my only worry. I think if we hit them on a break, we've got something to do with them. Go on, Andy.
Yeah, say they've got.
1 second. Sorry, before Andy speaks, can we just ask for some questions as well from you guys at home, and then we'll answer them once Andy's said his piece?
Yeah, I say they got Theo Walcott and they got Alexis Sanchez.
Boom!
Their side, actually, their side.
Peter Cech, Hector Bellerin, Gabriel, Lauren Cassiani, Nacho Monreal, Francis Coquelin, who's going to get beasted as soon as Timothy Fosu-Mensah comes onto the pitch, Aaron Ramsey, Theo Walcott, Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, and a guy whose name I can't mention anymore.
Bambi on ice.
Yeah, go on.
Danny Welbeck. Yeah.
Can you grab that?
Yeah, Alexis Sanchez is the main man for Arsenal today, and Ozil as well. But I have no faith for today. We've got an half decent back line, and let the kids play. And like I say, just the confidence
against Arsenal at the Emirates. Obviously, Darmian, who was having a fantastic season up until then, he got torn apart by Alexis Sanchez. Now, Guillermo Varela, who's coming to the first team, he's done very well since he's coming to the first team. He hasn't had a challenge like this yet. How do you think he's going to fare?
I think he'll be up for it. He's played a few games now, and you thrive on an occasion like this when you've got 76,000 people inside Old Trafford. The crowd, the fans will back the kids and the players, and yeah, I feel confident we'll get results today. I don't see us losing.
I hope you're right. I hope we don't lose. Arsenal fans are unbearable, so if we lose against this lot, it is... I just can't cope with that shit.
Arsenal fans are just like the bridesmaids at a wedding. They'll never be the bride, and come May the 15th, you won't be at that wedding. It'd either be Leicester or Tottenham.
What questions we got? Alexander.
Are you boys horny for today?
Oh, I'm horny. Yeah, it was last week, but when I'd like Louis van Gaal spiking us in press conferences recently, and I think although his team haven't performed on the pitch week in, week out, he has been performing in press conferences. If his team showed as much fight and aggression and attitude as he does in his press conferences on the pitch, we're winning every game. And that's what, when we got Louis van Gaal, this is what disappoints me the most and why I think he'll leave in the summer. When we got Louis van Gaal, we thought we was getting this aggressive Dutchman that was going to stand on the touchlines, boss it, have arguments with rival managers, tore down the referees. When the team's losing, give it to them some. And we just haven't had that Louis van Gaal. That's not even mentioning the football. So it's disappointing that we get to see this Louis van Gaal in press conferences and we don't get to see it on the sidelines or on match days. Because I think when he's in that form, there's not a lot better than him at the moment. And that's one of the things I like about Jose Mourinho is his balls and his attitude. And I don't like many things about Jose, but that's one of them. But that's about Louis van Gaal. That's for another day. Go on.
Next question, Reece Channer. What competition do you think we need to concentrate on?
That's a good question. I was thinking this the other day. The question, guys, by the way, from Reece Channer, was what competition should we focus on the most? Now, we can focus on the Europa League, but if we beat Liverpool, which I think we should be beating Liverpool, there's many teams in there that are a lot. Like I think Liverpool was one of the best draws we could have got from that Europa League, because there's a lot of teams in there that would beat us at the moment. So I don't think it's guaranteed we're going to win the Europa League. If we win the FA Cup and we finish outside the top four, I still think that's a poor season. So I think we need to take one game at a time, as cheesy as it sounds.
As you've just nailed it at the end there, I think the competition we should focus on is the 90 minutes of competition in front of us, because I don't think we've got the squad capable of long-term planning. We're literally going from game to game to game. So for me, it's the 90 minutes ahead of us. And yeah, all right, we're not looking favourable to go and beat these here today. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have a go. And I think Louis van Gaal's doing himself favours really by playing so many young kids in there, because it means that the crowd isn't going to turn on him. The crowd's going to be right up and right behind all of these lads. So I think we just got to concentrate on whatever game is right in front of us. And
yeah, the 90 minutes today, it's game by game basis, and yeah, we just concentrate on today. I would love a trophy, because we definitely need a trophy. If it's fifth place, FA Cup, I'll be happy with that for the season. And say, come the end of the season, we have to have a major you know what's coming in the summer anyway with the rumours, but yeah, it will be a disappointing season, but a trophy's a trophy.
The team news again for these guys that missed it: David De Gea, Varela, Carrick and Blind at centre half. Marcus Rojo makes a return. Then we got Morgan Schneiderlin, Ander Herrera, Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Memphis Depay and Marcus Rashford. Those last two players who were phenomenal against Midtjylland. It was only Midtjylland though. On the bench, we got Romero, McNair, Riley, Fosu-Mensah, Weah, Januzaj, and Andreas Pereira. Sergio Romero, the only player, well, and McNair, the only international player on that bench.
Well, like I said, everyone's an academy player on there apart from him. Well, Januzaj's an international player. He's full international. McNair's an international. So you have no idea what you're talking about, do you?
Well, that's what I said. McNair's an international.
Go on.
Question about Memphis. Can he perform as he did against Midtjylland?
So we got a question about Memphis. Can he perform the way he did against Midtjylland? If he performs the way he did against Midtjylland, we're winning this game, and I think it's as simple as that. But what I was going to say before the question was, I think today is a massive game for Schneiderlin and Herrera. We got completely overrun in midfield at the Emirates.
Started with Schweinsteiger and Carrick that day,
Yes, we did. We got completely, and I think we got overrun because we pressed them high, and that left gaps. And that's what happens when you press high. We left gaps in behind us, and Arsenal really good at exploiting those gaps. Exploited those gaps. So I think what's really key today is positional discipline, which we'll get from Schneiderlin. Will we get it from Herrera? That's the question for me. Herrera's got to really step up today. This is a big game for the pair of them. If them two step up, and like we said, if Memphis has anywhere like the game that they had on Thursday night, this is 3 points for us, but that's a big if.
Question for Andy. If you think Moyes would have done a better job this year, and it's from attitude. So just say that.
Do we really have to answer that question? Attitude, why asking silly questions? David Moyes, should David Moyes still be here? Would he have done a better job?
Are you kidding me? You seriously kidding me, mate? It's, we all know Louis better than David Moyes, but now he's at the level of David Moyes, but no chance. The guy was always the wrong appointment at the wrong time, and that's it, bottom line.
That's the bottom line, because Andy Tate said so. That team again, by the way, guys. David De Gea, Carrick and Blind at centre-half, Varela and Rojo at full-back, Schneiderlin, Herrera, Mata in the hole. Then we got Memphis and Lingard wide with that guy, Marcus Rashford, up top. Now, one thing, are these players going to be tired today? They've played a lot of games this week, and Louis van Gaal hasn't really changed the lineup much. Still got the same front four. Or do you think it was so easy against Midfield they would have started to relax after 60 minutes?
There's no difference between Thursday, Sunday as there is Wednesday, Saturday, technically. So this shouldn't be. And the age of most of our squad, who's the oldest player in this team? Carrick. And who's the next oldest? I don't even know who it would be. Is possibly De Gea, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Morgan Schneiderlin, probably. We have got a very young side out today, so tired legs should not be an excuse. And if you can't get up for Arsenal at home, then it's time to call it a day.
Yeah, it's time to do one. One last question. With Arsenal having got dicked at home by Barcelona 2-0, and we can't really say anything. But I mean, we would have got hammered too. But I'm just saying, with them having lost that and been practically out of the Champions League, do you think that's worse for United than if they would have drawn that game 1-1, still had hope in the second leg, maybe would have rested a few players? All they've got left to fight for now is this Premier League. Obviously, Leicester won yesterday. They're 5 points clear. Tottenham have got Swansea at the same time today. So, how do you see it going?
Well, losing to Barcelona is no disrespect, especially with the quality of Lionel Messi. But, yeah, they've only got 2 trophies to go for. FA Cup, they've got to replay it all next week. They'll be all focused on today and the rest of the season. But, like I say, I don't see him winning the title. One of the other 3 will win it.
I hope you're right. It'd be unbearable. I'd even prefer City to win the title, because when they win things, after a week, you don't hear about it anymore.
Well, there's no one to gloat about it. Arsenal got quite a big following, and they're all gobby, and they never shut up about it. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to win today. They don't know how to lose. Remember that.
Right then, guys, we're off now. We're gonna go get another beer. The prediction time is here. He's telling me to do predictions. I know we're gonna do predictions. Right, Andy Tate, your prediction for today's game. I want a goal scorer as well.
I will go with Rashford, and we'll win 2-1. It'll be a 1-1, but we will not lose because we have a good spirit team today.
I'm going. Check this for a story, by the way. Danny Welbeck to score for Arsenal, and Marcus Rashford to level it up late on for us. 2 Mancs scoring, both born and bred red. Yes, we know Welbeck still wants to be at United.
Both from the same junior club, Fletcher Moss as well. 2-2, Memphis and Herrera to get the goals, and I don't care about Arsenal.
That's my line.
If Memphis plays as well as it did on Thursday tonight, we're winning 3-0. See you later, guys.
Gaz.
Oh, yeah. Beer time was calling. By the way, guys, can you check out Gaz on Sky Sports Fan Zone? He has to put up with that guy from Arsenal Fan TV today. You know, that guy off Storage Wars or whatever it's called. He has to put up with him today. So, first of all, pray for Gaz. Second of all, let's hope United win so Gaz can finally shut that guy up. And thirdly, make sure you subscribe to Full Time Devils, because we'll have fan cams and stuff like that coming up for you soon after the game. Also, if you missed most of this stream, you can probably go back there and watch the whole thing in time before the game kicks off. Who wants to watch Sky or BT or whatever it's on? See you later.